And if you saw all of the absolute madness at the weekend, once again, it was a show for Arman Tsarukyan. He competed at RAF wrestling, okay? And his opponent was not really playing fairly. He was being dirty, he was swiping, he was poking him in the eye, he was clubbing him with his face and all the rest of it. And in the end, Arman Tsarukyan lost his rag, lost his temper, got a hold of him, sat him down, and boom, cracked him in the face, and all shit hit the fan. Hell broke loose. It went off in a big way. 15, 20, 30 people all stormed onto the mats. It was crazy, right? A huge brawl ensued, okay?
You know, it's just unfortunate that Arman has this code in which he feels like, I can't let you disrespect me. Yeah. And my man was always talking about how many brothers would not be in jail right now if they didn't always have to be like, yo, he disrespected me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much?
That's pretty funny.
How much trouble would you stay out of if you didn't always have to prove, yo, you disrespected me?
God, I swear that Tsarukyan got on top of the guy after the match and then punched him in the face before kneeing him in the stomach, which led to a... I swear that's what I saw live and in person and on a clip 1,000 times that is going around the internet. And Tsarukyan maintains, no. And Georgio did this, and Georgio started this. And is that what you saw? Is that what happened? And Tsarukyan's one of these guys, like, some people call it a pretty privilege, where like a beautiful girl or a handsome guy can get away with something. Tsarukyan has this ability.
I mean, his game plan was just fight during the fight, make a hype, and he wanted to do that because the actual wrestling, like natural wrestlers, never do that because it's disrespectful, and the referee can like cut you out. He knew like he gotta stop this wrestling because he's losing. First of all, second one, he cannot beat me. Third one, if he lose, he gotta pay me because we had the deal. Who wins get the money.
Wrestling is a very chippy sport. It gets physical. You see guys like Burroughs, Chad Mendez, Michael Chandler, all these guys who compete in wrestling, we all know what it is. Guys are headbutting each other, guys are clubbing each other, and you know what we do? We do it right back. So I understand where Arman's coming from. I just don't think he was in the right to punch him. You could say he deserved it. Okay. But it comes off like being a bully, you know? And I respect Arman a lot, but I can't really respect that because it's like, dude, you know you could beat this guy's ass. It's like, why'd you have to punch him and then knee him? I just thought it was a little too far.
Yeah, look, I feel like that was one of the most beta takes I've ever heard in my life. And realistically, what you hear all the real top level wrestlers, including myself. I'm going to put myself in that. Is that this is not how you wrestle. You don't club people in that. You see it on international.
You also don't punch somebody in the mouth when they're not expecting.
But that's because yes, you do actually. You've seen it on international wrestling levels. You start clubbing me like that, people get slapped for that shit. 100%.
Instantly. Yeah,
instantly.
Sure, I just said I'm good with instantly.
But it's a continuation of hey, I just told you, what are you doing? And then you go and do it again, and then he did it again, and then he went and did it again.
I think this kid wanted that, right? I think this guy was doing everything he could to instigate him and really pushing his buttons. He slapped him like you saw. There's a difference between like a heavy, clubbing, kind of trying to drag the head down and do a wrestling move versus slapping somebody in the face, poking them in the eye, pushing them in the face. He wanted this to happen, in my opinion, or he wanted Arman to do something to get DQ'd, and he pushed his buttons and he got what he asked for, and the neck brace and all that. And the guys are right. I mean, Arman, we know his family is loaded. You know he's worth a lot of money, so he's milking it as much as he possibly can. But come on, you were acting like you wanted to fight.
Arman was 100% in the right, in my opinion, to give him back his receipt, as they say. You can give a man back his receipt. You give him back a taste of what he did to you. Now, I personally think he should have pushed him down like he did, knee on belly, but I would have smacked him, and I wouldn't have threw the knee. I would have just smacked him. And I would have got up and said, hey, man, you want to smack? We'll smack. We'll smack each other. You want to make a smacking fight? Let's make a smacking fight. I wouldn't have close fist punched him. Personally, if I was in a wrestling tournament, and I've done wrestling tournaments, I've never had a problem like this, okay? Because I've never wrestled a guy who did what Poullas did. I've never done that. I've never had I've never seen a guy so nasty. Okay, Poullas was being very nasty. Like, he was instigating a fight. This was not a wrestling match. This was a guy going in there instigating a fight. Now, why would Poullas instigate a fight with a guy who could crush him? That's, your guess is as good as mine. That was really stupid from Poullas. Poullas will get destroyed by Arman Tsarukyan. If a fight breaks out, Arman's going to destroy him. So why would you go in there with an MMA guy and start a fight with an MMA guy? Because that's what Poullas did. He went in there, and I think he did it not intentionally. He did it because he was nervous. He was super nervous, super scared to get out wrestled by what he deems as a grappler.
I think that they were both like just getting chippy, and it is what it is. I feel like, you know, from my mindset, it's like, all right, do that, and then just compete, and then just wrestle. Like, okay, you slapped each other, he slapped him. All right, now let's start. Like, a lot of times in wrestling matches, guy gets chippy, other guy gets back. All right, we're both, you know, slapping each other. Now let's just wrestle and compete. Yeah. Obviously, Arman took it to another level, felt extremely disrespected going after him after the whistle was over, and, you know, it was insane. But so, I mean, overall, like, it's kind of hard to like put blame on either side or whatever. Like, I don't really feel like, oh, it's this guy's fault or that guy's fault. Like, they're both chippy, both did their thing. You know, Arman obviously freaking socked him in the face after, landed a nice knee. I think that realistically, like, is as Georgio, if you're slapping a guy in the head, collar time, clubbing him hard, this guy's a fighter. Like, yeah. What are we taking it to this for? Why are we taking it to this level? Like, you're not going to fight him.
Arman, you know, everybody thought that he was just in hot water from pulling out of a fight. Mm-hmm. And I always told people it was deeper than that. I said, it's not just that, man. It's a lot of different things. He's not a big ticket seller, and he can't be trusted at times, right? He's kind of a liability. You know, he punched a fan. He headbutted Dan Hooker. You know, he's kind of a liability. Mm-hmm. And now he's in this situation where he punches a guy. So it's a nightmare for PR for him. It's a nightmare for him.
No, this is not my fault. This is not my fault. Everybody on my side now.
You think so?
I was waiting like 6 minutes. Like, he was like punching me 6 minutes. What do you wanted to wait? Bro, like, if someone punch you, what do you do?
Oh, I'm on your side.
Anytime. Oh. Yeah, bro, like, okay, but everybody is different, you know. What are you gonna do if someone like punch you 20 times? Like, you're not gonna let him do that. So it's the opposite. They gotta be happy that UFC fighter don't let like somebody to beat it up. UFC fighter number one, winning UFC fighter, go to the freestyle wrestling, beat the freestyle wrestler, and to show like what's the level of UFC.
Arman's just on a tear when it comes to PR. I think he's doing a great job promoting himself. You know, he just got into a fight. That's not going to look good for the UFC, obviously, because that's sort of, you don't want to give the UFC excuses to pull you, to be like, no, you ain't getting it, especially when, they're probably not happy with him. And Arman knows they're not happy with him. He's talked about it. So he's trying to get on their good books. That fight in the wrestling RAF, is it? That's not, that could hurt him a little.
The man, the myth, the legend, Arman Tsarukyan is on a massive side quest. He took on Georgio Poullas at Real American Freestyle number 6. Now, this fight ended in a brawl, but Arman Tsarukyan got away with the victory. I'm going to break this down, and I'm going to give you guys my feeling of why this brawl happened, because I watched it live at home, and I felt like what Arman did, I think anybody would have done if they don't play that shit.
Yeah, I think, Georgio started that, and I think he was doing too much. But they did take points from him, and I'm not a wrestler, and And I think if they was supposed to fight, they should fight during the wrestling match,
Yes.
not after. That's my only opinion. And now, but yeah, the Georgia was doing too much for sure. Like he was fighting aggressive, and we all see also after, like now you see how he was like pushing his face and stuff. Yeah.
To see Hamza. Hamza is here too. Tonight I'm going to see him.
I saw him react to your video. It was fun to see.
He just called me right away and said, "Bro, like, should I fly out? Should I come?" I said, "Don't come, bro. Like, calm
You wanted
down."
to come Saturday night?
He said, "Bro, like, why you didn't invite me? I knew like when it's fight, there is a fight, you never invite me. Like, I gotta be there." I said, "No, bro."
That would have been crazy.
Oh yeah, Hamza shouldn't be there. Me and Hamza, we shouldn't be together on the fights.
Here's what's been doing the round on social media as the dog barks, is that once again, proving that he can't be reliable. I kind of disagree. I mean, yeah, okay, he flipped the lid, he exploded, he punched him in the face, there was a huge riot, all of that. For as engaging as it is on social media, it is unfortunate, right? Especially if there's kids there and stuff to watch the wrestling. I'm going to strangle that dog. And he did punch a fan, and he did headbutt Dan Hooker, and he was just involved in a brawl. But the man's very engaging. Right? I think this is only like making his story even bigger.
Tsarukyan is now, like, if there's anybody that has done as good of a job of promoting themselves as a fighter while not fighting, I can't remember it. Tsarukyan is everywhere. And he's also very sincere and legitimate. Like, Tsarukyan gets a lot of credit, and I appreciate that you guys do give him credit. He deserves it. For being a competitor.